All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being now, of course. So right now we're here sharing about a technology that uses light frequencies to facilitate the healing of the body and to achieve new states of vitality. So we all know that we are energetic beings, and these technologies are able to utilize these frequencies that are already inside of us to produce an effect that is very beneficial for us. Now I'm here. I'm someone who's like I do many things. I'm a biohacker. Also, I do plant medicine ceremonies, and I help people to become their best versions, ultimately, and to become in that state of joy, of happiness, of abundance. So we're gonna go on a little round table here of everyone sharing who they are for a little while, and then we'll proceed with the explanation of what this technology is and what it can do for you. So I will start with Carrie. You can unmute yourself.
Hi, my name is Carrie Ann. I am a holistic medicine health coach. So I help people restore their health and their vitality, and through various methods, this being the main one because it's so amazingly effective and it gave me my life back. So I'm helping other people to get their lives back in the same way that I got mine. Tammy? Hang on, we got to unmute you.
Now can you hear me?
Yes.
All right. My name is Tammy. I'm an iridologist. I've been an iridologist for 30 years. I was a friend of Carrie Ann's and also KJ's, and kind of watched and observed them. And whenever I had some issues come up, I thought, what have I got to lose? I got to try these things. And sure enough, they have helped me immensely. I've gotten off all the morphine that I was on for pain management, and have so much energy. I just want to share it with everybody and get all of my clients on these things so that they can have a great life as well.
Thank you very much. So next we'll go to Summer.
Hey guys, I'm Summer. I'm a mom and I have an insane passion for healing people. And I'm kind of new to LifeWave, but it's already a miracle in my life and has literally saved my life so many times in the few weeks that I've joined, including, giving me benefits that I didn't even think were possible, like improving my vision. So I just want to share it with everybody and be here to help heal the world.
Thank you. Next, we'll go with Harry.
Hi guys, I'm Harry, Holistic Harry, and I have known about the patches from Carrie Ann way back in September when Carrie Ann started. And my truth is, I procrastinated on joining up, even though the starter only cost $30. It took me months and months and months, although I believe they were powerful from first. February, I bought the starter. I didn't start promoting the patches properly until 4 weeks ago. I've made $750 in 4 weeks. It's definitely not about the money, although I definitely do like the fact that I get paid to help people. And we're going to talk later today about how everyone can make money too, because the whole point of this mission isn't just to heal ourselves with the patches, it's to make loads of money for each other. And we can. Joyce makes 10,000 a month. 10,000 a month. So we can all do that. And the point is, we're going to give away free patches for free and change the world. So that's my story. Let's change the world and let's get on patches.
Thank you. That sounds great. All right, let's go on to KJ.
Oh, hey, sorry. I don't know why my screen is blank. But I am a registered nurse of 11 years, and I was introduced to LifeWave from Carrie Ann when my daughter had a traumatic eye injury in February. She said, hey, we have this great energy product, and I'm all about energy. I work with like orgone and crystals and all that, like anything that's not Western, medicine. And she offered them to me. I was like, heck yes. Tried them, loved them. And the greatest, benefit of it all has been that my baby, or now toddler son, has quit having seizures that we never anticipated even finding a cause, a remedy, a solution to that. So for 3 months, he's been seizure free. And I have 6 kids, so I'm able to feel like the difference in myself and see the difference in them. And, you know, like I said, we're on the road to healing with the eye trauma and dealing with the seizures, but it's changed our lives. So I'm happy to share, you know, my experience and help anyone who's following me, you know, to help them better their lives with these patches.
Okay, thank you. That's great. We're all
Yeah.
here to help people transform themselves, so that's really amazing. Now let's go up to Sigal. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. And you can unmute.
I am Sigal, and I'm originally from Israel. I just moved to California, you know, just about a month ago. In any way, I'm a raw food chef and educator. At the moment, I'm a bookkeeper, helping my husband in his business. I just joined about maybe 10 days ago. Didn't see much of it. I'm looking forward to more experience with the patches. Although, you know, in 2012, I injured and broke my wrist and was unable to do much. And now, even after 10 days with the X39, I'm able to move my hand freely and no pain. But I'm
Wow.
from 2012 because I didn't have a surgery. So I was, you know, struggling. Luckily, you know, I was with my lefty hand, but and that's, you know, now she's tired too much, you know, the thumb, and I'm looking forward to get more experience with that too. So I ordered the gold pack to experience with all the product and to do the detox, and I'm sure it will help me too, as it helped you too.
Perfect. Thank you
Sigal,
very
who you
much.
signed up with, just out of interest? We're asking everyone who's their sponsor. So
Tammy.
Tammy. Okay, cool.
And it's really a funny story to tell you another time, you know, how we got into each other.
Okay. Well, let's go to Jay and Nikki Williams.
Hey guys, I am Jay. I guess I have mostly the background of marketing and graphic design, web. I've been hunched over behind computers for a long time. Got myself fibromyalgia, some muscle atrophy, pretty bad eyes. So the patches have been something really interesting for me. I've been seeking out alternative remedies for things. I've been doing a lot of fasting and sun gazing and, kind of trying to transition to mostly raw fruit diet, things like that. So looking to clear up some mucus issues, probably some adrenal issues, all the good stuff that goes along with fibro. So we just got our first patches today. We signed up as distributors, been a good friend of Harry and, Matt Alec and Carrie and Tammy last week and Summer. And, we've been getting integrated. So excited to be part of the group, help you guys market a little bit, help us make some money and spread the good news about the patches, and excited to share my own testimonial. Nikki?
I'm Nikki. I'm a mindset coach. We did just start getting into this, and we finally got our patches today, so I'm excited to get into it and start using it and help people. So yeah.
Nikki undersells herself. She also she's going through a certification to be a detoxification coach through Robert Morris right now too. So that's fun. So hopefully we'll be helping some people with that as well.
Great.
Great.
All right. Well, we'll move on to Juan. What brings you here?
Yeah, bro.
If you can, yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, hi.
I didn't know I was going to talk, so you caught me off guard, but that's all right. That's all right. Yeah, I've been following Harry for a while, and these patches seem, you almost can't believe it, but through testimonies and stuff that I've been seeing, I'm ready to. I think I'm ready to join. I haven't joined yet. I hadn't told Harry, but I jumped on here to
Awesome.
what
Yeah.
everybody had to say.
Good to see you.
But I saw Harry's post the other day about him making money, and I think that'll catch anybody's eyes. But really, honestly, the testimonies, I mean, are they're pretty heavy too. So
yeah.
So it's cool to be here, and I'm ready to join you guys in the journey.
And that's
Awesome,
the curious part. Like, if I can just make a quick parenthesis, the money is really just a byproduct of transforming people's lives, which honestly is the primary intent behind everything that we do. And it is what we do. So it's like, it's just a win-win situation across the board. So thanks for being here.
And just to add quickly, it's also like that you can buy a lot of things with money, but this is really cheap and cost effective when you think about it. And this is something phototherapy that is so cheap, like under $2 a day. So it's transformational considering the price of what we're talking about. So yes, we will make money, but we're making money in a way that we're helping people buying so little. I mean, the X39 it's all cheap to me. It's all cheap stuff. So yeah.
Right. Good deal.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing. On to Carrie McGill. If you want to say something, you can unmute yourself. Oh,
okay. Hello, everyone. Hi. So I signed up through Harry. I've been following him for a while. My passions are Kundalini Yoga, Wim Hof method. I'm certified in vibrational sound therapy. So I'm trying to kind of pull together a whole wellness business. And I'm trying to introduce this to people that aren't really familiar with these types of things. And it's been kind of difficult because Kundalini Yoga and these the bowls and stuff can be intimidating. So I thought the patches could be a way to get people like energy flowing so then they'd be more open to these other things. So I haven't gotten my patches yet. I should be getting them this week. And I'm really excited to try them. I want to do the 5-element detox myself. I'm interested in getting heavy metals out of my body, parasites. So I'm really excited to try them and introduce them to a couple of friends and let them be guinea pigs as well and get lots of feedback. And I'm really happy to be here.
Great. Thank you for sharing. So then let's go to Etonia. If you want to share something, you are welcome to do so.
Hi, I'm Etonia. I'm hopefully going to be one of Carrie McGill's guinea pigs. We were just talking about it last night, just briefly, so I have absolutely no idea. So just here to learn more about it and excited.
All right. Thank you for sharing. Then I guess we'll go to Rachel. Are you here? And do you want to share what brings you here?
I'm Rachel Schwartz, and I got interested in that through Sigal, and I can't wait till I get my package because I've been doing a zillion things, and everything is a little bit better, but it's not really the one that's gonna make me jump over the hill. So I'm in a waiting time now.
Well, thank you for sharing. And thank you for being here also. Then we'll move on to Patrice. Patrice.
Yes.
If you want to share, you're welcome to do so.
He might be just listening in the background.
Yeah, that's fine. People don't have to share, by the way, so that's okay. Yeah.
Then we can move.
Hey guys, yeah, sorry, I can't right now. I'm about to be at a security check, so
no problem.
I'm following. Next time I'll share.
Perfect.
More.
Awesome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you guys.
So on to Joy Sparks. If you want to share, you can.
Hi, my name is Joy, and I actually heard about this through Harry. Just been following his page for a while because he shares a lot of good information and I guess the truth of what we all need to hear. And so I work in Utah. I'm a PA, MPH, and a researcher by profession. Also do scientific technical writing. So I'm trained in Western medicine, but also am a regenerative detoxification specialist through Dr. Morse, and have my own nutrition business on the side. And nutrition, you know, we can get a lot of results with that. However, sometimes the healing is painstakingly slow for some, and they quit before they see results. And so I would really like to learn more about this and see how it could actually take healing to the next level for the people that I'm working with, both in my Western medicine job and also in my nutrition business. So I haven't used them yet myself, but I've read a lot of the testimonies, so I'm excited to do that. I also have a huge passion for vaccine injury, and the fact that you have a very potent glutathione with a delivery system that is novel is super attractive for me in working with that community specifically, to be able to see progress. And that will be both amazing for the children that it could possibly help, and or the parents that it's going to alleviate their stress. So I'm super excited about these products and to be able to use them and try them out.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing. And it's great that like there's someone who understands research also here, because with this technology, there's so many research that's been done already on it. But it's
that's another reason I like the product.
Yeah.
I also think that this synergizes and supplements diet and nutrition quite a bit too. So I think that's a good strategy. Yeah. It should make that process easier, you know.
Right, and that's what I'm hoping for. The trifecta.
Yes. Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Well, thank you for being here. Then we'll go on to P. Baksh. If you want to share, you can. If not, maybe just leave a message in the chat.
Oh, hello. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Yes. Hi.
Hello. Hi, I'm Pat. I live in Oklahoma City. I was introduced to this through Tammy, and it sounds very fascinating. I'm really averse to Western medicine, and I like anything that's alternative. I've started using the patches specifically for my aches and pains, because like one of the other speakers, I'm a software engineer, so I spend a lot of time in front of computers. So I have a lot of neck and elbow and lower back pain. To be honest, I haven't seen any results as yet, so I'm really trying to figure out what I'm doing wrong. But I can see that this could be a really total life changer for me if it works, and not only for myself but for friends and family. So I'm here to learn and be mentored by you guys.
Feel free to reach out to me, anybody who needs additional help after you sign up. Everyone's working together in this as a team, so if anybody needs any additional advice or help, friend me on Facebook, and I can help you.
And it goes super deep, because actually financially we're all rewarded by helping each other. So I love that system too. So there is incentives for everyone to boost each other up. That's everyone on your down and upline, which is people that sponsor you, and also people that come under you because of the person on your upline. So yeah, there's tremendous incentive for this company. I love that we just got to help each other so we can make more money and help the world. So
also, Pat, I just want to mention there's a big significance in where you place the patches if you're not getting results. I don't know if you've looked into different placements for some of the different things you're using them for, but that might be something you can look into as well.
Yeah, great point. Placement.
Yeah, so I'm trying to follow. I followed the brochure. On the brochure, I followed that, and yeah, and then I started looking at the units themselves to see what specific meridians or wherever you should put stuff for. So again, maybe I'm not putting it in the right spot, but I only have 3 products. I have the X39, the glutathione, and the Aeon. So I don't know if I need something else. Maybe I need LifeWave, some icy, whatever it's called, I forgot. But one of the others specifically for pain, maybe I do need that one. I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely think that at the end of the questions, we can go deep with you on here, this platform, and we'll try and sort that one out, because yeah, I'm surprised that there's no results. There's something we'll tweak and we'll fix for you.
Right.
All right.
Anyhow, thank you.
Well, thank you for being here. And then for next, we'll go with Niraj. If you want to share, it's possible to do so right now.
Hello, everybody. Good evening.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
sir.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Karen, and the
Hi.
host. Well, I'm a new participant here, so yet to get used to the product, but I'm exploring possibilities for India. So I'm seeing the testimonials. Maybe it's the body type that also matters for the users. Some get early results, and because of the body type, the level of toxins and all, it takes time for some people to get adjusted to the patches, right? So that's my opinion, and I think uh, uh, you have started sharing the product with the people, and they have started to give the feedback and all. So gradually, I think it will be a big group, and people can exchange ideas and all that, and we can work as a team, and
Yeah.
everybody can be healthy, wealthy, and happy, like that.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Okay.
Is Carrie your
Can,
sponsor, Niraj? Is Carrie your sponsor? You say?
well, yeah, Karen is
Carrie's
my
your sponsor.
sponsor.
Awesome. Cool, brother.
So, Harry, do you have the lineage from India?
Do I have the manager? What do you mean?
Are you from India?
Oh, I'm half Indian, brother. My Mauritius. My dad's from Mauritius. He was Indian descent. So yes, I'm
like
born in Britain, but I'm half Indian. Yes, I'm
Fantastic,
strongly
fantastic.
relate to your
By
culture.
by the name, I could get it, because maybe I got from the intuition. I thought, some you have lineage from India and all that.
Yeah.
And
I'll be going back to your country. I'm not going to live in the UK very long. I'm going to be moving to the tropics or India, where my skin type is more susceptible. So I'm looking forward to getting out of the UK. Money will help.
Okay.
This is why I'm making money. I live with my tribe away from this country.
Money is a byproduct, Harry. We help people, and money comes on. It goes on.
Very true, my friend.
Keep on helping people, right? And
Yes.
money will keep flowing on.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You can carry on with the next testimonial. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for
Thank you.
sharing. Thank you for being here. And so
Thank
the
you,
next
everyone.
one will be Rick. If you are available to talk, you can do so right now, Rick. If not, you could leave a message in the chat also.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Yeah.
All right. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, it's coming on, is he? Yeah. So unmuted.
Okay, well,
No?
so Carrie, do you want to introduce what's this technology that people have been like waiting to hear about?
Okay, so today we're going to keep our focus more on how to help autistic symptoms. I'm going to go over the carnosine patch. So anybody in the health and wellness industry possibly is familiar with carnosine and the use of L-carnosine as a supplement for helping autistic symptoms, helping reverse them. So carnosine, the patch, naturally elevates the carnosine antioxidant in the body. So one of the main things with autism is that they have very low antioxidant levels, which causes behavioral problems and lots of other issues. So I'm going to read a few highlights of what carnosine actually can do for you and why it's so important. And it's a highly people just don't know enough about the importance of antioxidants in the body in general. And it's also huge for chelation. So it gets toxic heavy metals out of the body along with glutathione. Those are the top two if you're trying to detox your body. So carnosine enhances frontal lobe function in the brain. It improves behavior. It improves language skills. It enhances the nervous system function. So for anyone with nervous system issues, it prevents premature aging and is also an anti-Alzheimer's treatment. And studies have shown that it improves vocabulary in children. It improves their language comprehension, their communication skills, socialization, object recognition, awareness of surroundings. It improves their fine motor skills, auditory processing. It improves sleep, improves endurance, and boosts muscle growth and development. So carnosine is one of those things that people who are athletes supplement with carnosine in order to help their muscle tone. And also diabetics have been known to respond favorably to carnosine supplementation because it improves EEG abnormalities and also improves generalized seizures. So because of its chelating effects, it can help the brain. And it is known as a cognitive improvement supplement. So it can help with so many things. It's used to treat liver disease, cataracts, and even cancer. It's a major anti-aging supplement, and it works synergistically along with other antioxidants such as glutathione. It's a very important, and for me, I've noticed it improves my cognitive function for sure. It improves my energy. I can think better. I can think clearer, and I'm just overall, I can do more, and I have better willpower. It's highly one of those things that I won't be without. It's one of my top favorite patches for sure. So, some of these things, you hear about it and you think, man, this does so much. And, why don't my doctors know about it? Well, it's one of those things that you just have to try in order to see just how much it can do. It's truly amazing.
Yeah, that's powerful, Carrie. Yeah, that's powerful. I'd just like to add as well. So that's great information. It does so many things. From my research I've done so far, carnosine is like glutathione. It's a really important antioxidant, but glutathione doesn't get into the skeleton and the heart, whereas the carnosine does. And that's why we reckon it majorly improves athletic performance. So for anyone, it's going to improve your muscle soreness and make you exercise far longer and get into it because it gets right into the heart muscle and the skeleton muscle too. Also, correct me if I'm wrong, Carrie, I saw I think you posted it, and I also done some research on it increases telomere length. We know that telomere length is really important for length and longevity. And also, I read it recently from a David Schmidt interview that carnosine makes your cell younger, and it makes it live 300 to 400% longer in us. So what we're saying kind of is like you'll live longer because your cells will live longer when you get like a high dose of carnosine, which you get from this patch, which by the way doesn't actually enter the bloodstream. So we're not talking about like an injection or something. We're talking about biomodulation, just light therapy, which is crazy when you think about it. So,
Right, absolutely. And it is truly an anti-aging product because of its healing capacity and on how quickly it heals wounds. And it's similar to the X39 in the way that it works, in that it is for tissue repair and regeneration predominantly. Carnosine is found in brain tissue and concentrated in muscle and in the heart. So it also helps heart function. So, it's just one of those things that's just so transformative.
So I would have a question regarding that because personally, I think it was 5 months ago or something, I actually wrote a book on heavy metal toxicity and how heavy metals are considered neurotoxins and can lead to such things as autism and other neurological disorders. And I mean, the research when it comes to the relation between heavy metal and like neurological disorders is so huge, it's crazy. And so I know that the removal of heavy metals is one of the main thing that one can look at to do that. And by the way, if anyone wants to read the book, I'm giving it away for free. So I could leave, I can leave a link in the chat that you can read it. But so my question then to Carrie would be, what would be the best patches to remove heavy metals from the body, and what would be the best placement? If you know.
Right. So the first thing that I would do, if you have any sort of chronic issue, I like to refer people to the detox protocol, which is a combination of 5 different patches. The YH system, which is carnosine, glutathione, and eon. So glutathione is the major antioxidant in the body that detoxifies all your cells. So it's highly important and is found to be deficient in almost everyone who has a chronic issue. They're very deficient in glutathione because the oxidative stress in your body depletes it. So when you're under a lot of stress, you need glutathione especially. And you'll notice if you have a very stressful day and you do put a glutathione patch on, it'll fall off within like 4 to 6 hours. And that's because your body is sucking it up so quickly that it's like, give me another one, you know? So you can tell, you know, that it truly is working. And the glutathione patch is the one that KJ used for her son who used to have seizures. And he hasn't had a seizure in 3 months since starting on the glutathione patches. So that just goes to show you, you know, how much damage, you know, heavy metals can do to the body, that they're causing seizures for people. And when you get rid of those metals and you start chelating the body and getting rid of those from the brain, how transformative that could be to your life, to your children's life, to, you know, anyone. And all these neurological issues that people have, you know, a lot of it comes from the toxicity in our environment and our food and just the things that we're ingesting or breathing or, you know, getting shots with. And so if you go on the detox protocol, that also includes the Eon patch, which when you stick the Eon patch on, it's a highly anti-inflammatory patch. And also what it does is it gets your body out of the fight or flight and puts your body into a parasympathetic state. So what that does is that allows your body to get into the mode of healing. And your body can heal itself if given the right tools and put in the right, you know, right atmosphere and environment. So when you're under high stress, your body does not absorb your nutrients properly. It doesn't digest your food properly because you're running from a tiger. So digestion comes second to your body's safety. So your body is not able to heal the way it would. And what these patches do is they bring the body back into balance. And the detox protocol brings the meridian system back into balance. And so you'll be able to heal better.
Oh,
that's powerful. I'd like to add on to the Aeon that everything Carrie said is true. One way to look at it, guys, with the inflammation is they've done studies. So I know you guys like studies, and that's really important. That, you know, with grounding, they say when you ground an earth, after like half an hour, 40 minutes, you can see from thermographs, the inflammation go from red to blue. Well, they've done studies on the Aeon patch, and it does the same thing, except it doesn't take 40 minutes. And I'm not dissing grounding because, hey, everyone needs to ground, and the earth is really important. But within the Aeon patch, it takes like 5-10 minutes, and all of a sudden it's gone from red to blue. And it's taking away inflammation. And we also know not only heavy metal toxicity, inflammation, right? That's huge. And that's every disease under the sun is inflammation. So Aeon patch seems to work. One way I look at it in my head is it's like grounding on steroids. A lot of these things are. I look at what we're doing with all these patches is activating the meridians, like EFT tapping on steroids. It's all the therapies that we know and love that just take, as Joy said earlier, with nutrition. I love nutrition too, but these things are slow and they take time. But this is not. This is a quick one. And that's why I'm happy to be on the team and promoting it. I'm going to learn loads on it. So yeah, Aeon is great. They're all so amazing.
Right. And also Eon can help with the behavioral issues with their children because that's the major one that I use on my children. And they like to wear hats. So I just stick it on the inside of the hat and put a hat on them. And they are like different kids. They are so calm and like, you know, you went out to dinner one time and my kids were a little, you know, overwired because they didn't get a nap. And so I stuck a patch on the back of their neck. They both fell right asleep at dinner. And I was able to sit for a 3-hour Christmas dinner with my family and not have my kids jumping up and down and screaming, you know, because they're so overtired and they didn't get a nap. So just, you know, a few of the things that the Eon is capable of.
And isn't it part of the brain balancing protocol? Aeon's the major one. So Aeon all over the place, over the head,
yes,
brain
it
balance.
Is. Yeah, and when you're lowering the inflammation in your brain, you can think better. It's just overall your well-being is better when you don't have all that, you know, over inflamed body.
And if I can add, like we mentioned the heavy metals earlier, and heavy metals are known to cause inflammation as well. So with with the detox protocol, not only are you removing the heavy metals, but you're also decreasing the inflammation. And it's like a compounding effect because you're removing the heavy metals that causes more inflammation. So you're reducing it, but you're also reducing some of the cause of it, which ultimately is what we want to do as in these health protocols. It's not just to apply a band-aid on what we have, it's to actually go with the root of the issue and deal with that. And this is what's happening here. And it's happening in a very powerful way because it's using light frequencies. It's not using like a pill or anything like that. It's using our own innate ability to produce light, and it's reflecting that light back to us to have a specific effect on the body. so that it's our own body now that heals itself, because we're using what we're already like what's already there to do this healing. So it's like honestly it's one of the ultimate ways of healing, because like we all know that our bodies ultimately it's the only thing that heals. There's nothing else that ever heals you but your body. In any moment, like when you get sick, you start to heal yourself at some point. But like, who did that? Is it the pill? No. It's your own body that healed itself. Because there's so many people who actually were able to heal without taking anything, the spontaneous remissions and things like that. We hear these stories. Our body has the capacity to heal itself. We know this. And what we need to do is to give it is to facilitate this healing, is to give it the space to do what it needs, and to give it the tools that it needs to enhance its own ability to heal. And that's what we're doing here with the LifeWave patches. And that's why I'm so freaking excited about it. Like,
me too. Yeah, everyone here's here, I think. It's like, oh yeah, let's go. Let's go.
I had a couple questions.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Carrie. I had a couple questions about the placement on the Aeon. I know for some of the behavioral things, the top of the head, but as far as like the super grounding or to detox the heavy metals, is it kind of the same placement or?
One thing I'll add as well is back of the neck is a very popular place for Aeon. Everyone is talking about back of the neck, so that's a good rule of thumb, like for everything with Aeon. But yeah, Carrie, go ahead.
Yeah, if you have any kind of inflammation somewhere and you want to just quickly lower the inflammation, it's also a good pain patch. So you stick it over wherever it hurts, and a lot of people don't even need the ice wave with that one. They just use the Aeon. But it depends on your body. Some people will respond better to the X39 than the Aeon or the ice wave. You know, it just depends on how your energy is working in your body. But also another good tool for vegans and vegetarians especially, they are deficient typically in carnosine, and that's a major antioxidant because it is derived from meat predominantly, and so it's hard for vegans and vegetarians to get carnosine levels up, and they end up deficient in things and they end up tired and fatigued. Well, that's a carnosine deficiency in a lot of people, so that's a good one to put people on if they are on a vegan or vegetarian non-meat diet.
Okay, now I know what I'm going to do with the Facebook community I've got on my friends list. Thanks for telling. That's great information. I've got a lot of work. Carnosine. We'll promote the carnosine. Cool. All good. Yeah. Guys, is it okay if we move to KJ? KJ's not been on for. I would love to hear more and expand on the story. KJ's story. Is that okay? Like, if everyone's up for that, like.
KJ.
Okay, hello. So back in February, my 8-year-old had a traumatic eye injury. She was, it was a really rough day, you know, it was already stressful enough. What else could go wrong? And I was asking her to clean, and she took like the broom. As soon as I walked out of the house, she took the broom and started playing with the fan, like just bored, you know, and it rocked the fan just right. It broke the glass globe over, and she was looking up, so she got big shards of glass in her right eye. I live in the country, so I called every hospital 100 miles east and west of us. I had to drive 120 miles to New Orleans for her eye, and I've been having to do that every 2 to 4 weeks. And then after the surgery, you know, we have to stay the night. It's like, could anything else go wrong? Yes. And now I have to suck all of my time and energy into healing one of my 6 kids. But, you know, she's doing really good. She's had 3 eye surgeries. We're putting X39 on an eye patch over the eye. She's very stubborn. Like, I have all kind of mineral supplements that she did for about a month, but she knows how to keep her mouth shut. She knows how to keep her eye closed, and she can say, no, I don't want these treatments, even what the doctor ordered. So it's very easy to put a sticker on her or on her clothes or on her forehead. She'll wear a lot longer than, you know, she'll do these supplements that I have. And we'll do like carnosine, which Carrie Ann educated me on how it's really good for eye healing, and we'll put that like at the temple or above the eye. 6 inches within the injury will still help heal it. So we try to keep it as close to the eye as possible, rotating energy spots around the eye. We do a lot of glutathione because seizures run in her dad's side of the family. So his mom, his sister, his sister's daughter, and his aunt, they all have seizures. And when I woke up to the dangers of like toxins in our food and toxins in vaccines and stuff many years ago, I quit vaccinating all my kids. But I have many kids. So some of them are vaccinated, you know, to a certain extent. And luckily, they're very healthy for, you know, the vaccines they got. Well, my two littlest don't have any vaccines. So it didn't make any sense to me or anyone why was my baby son, who's now a year and a half old, having seizures. Ever since he was 8 weeks old, I based it on, because the doctors don't know, you know, they don't know. He only has seizures ever since he was 8 weeks old. It's lasts, you know, like a minute or two. And then he's not having seizure activity again. So they can't pick that up. And then he has another one in a month. I started to catch on that it was his diet. Of course, at first he was breastfed, but it was emotionally, it was an emotionally trying time. And we don't realize that when our babies are in the womb or our babies are little, they are being exposed to all kind of negative energy. And so my baby, like I was a nurse on the floor in a very stressful hospital in Colorado, Denver. I was living in a house that I couldn't afford in a relationship that was going south, and I had to move. But it wasn't quite like we were moving 6 months later, you know, but the relationship was failing. And so I'm going through this pregnancy and all this. And so this baby picks up on that, you know, and he's born like in the tub at home, best conditions in the world, starting out life, no doctor to stab him with poison, nobody to interfere with anything. And this kid has seizures. Like, and people will say, oh, well, I bet, you know, he got vitamin K behind your back. No, I gave birth to him at home. Like, there is no way. He has never needed to go to a doctor except for the seizures. And all they want to do is give medications. Oh, he had another seizure, give more medications. Oh, he had another seizure, give more medications. Oh, they're not working, let's give another medication. We don't do that. So he's also had CBD since he was born, and I absolutely love CBD. And maybe that's the reason he hasn't had a seizure but once every, 4 weeks. But it's very hard to stay consistent if it's not you yourself. And like I said, I have 6 kids, I have a full-time job. Like, it's very hard, but with a sticker, like, it is so easy, you guys. It is such an easy treatment. And if you are sensitive to energy, you will feel the shift like right away. I feel as soon as I put it on, I feel the energy. I can feel the different vibrations. If I put one on my third eye, I'm just like pineal gland wide open, and so we started using these, and I never expected this, I knew when Carrie Ann said, hey, I got something great, I knew it would help heal my daughter's eye, but I never expected to heal from this, these seizures. So we started putting the glutathione on him. And he's little. He likes to peel them off. It was trial and error. We'd have to stick them on his back. We'd have to stick them on the inside of his clothes. Now he asks for them, and the older toddler does too. She's like, I want 2 today. I want 3 today, So as soon as we started putting them on him, like, I lost track of the amount of days. I usually couldn't count more than 30 days before he would have another seizure. But once I realized it had been 60 days and 90 days. And okay, so let me backtrack a little bit. This is what I realized. Our bodies detox stress and food in the same way. And so, like you've probably heard, if you're watching a movie, your body doesn't really know. It just secretes hormones. If you're watching some guy get chased by a bear and you're scared, you're just secreting these hormones, and you don't really, your body can't tell the difference if you're watching TV or if you're really like scared running from a bear. So that's the same thing with like our food and our with breaking down food and breaking down energy from our feelings. And so here's this little baby, and he's already got like MTHFR, and he can't detox from food. He can't detox from the food I'm eating as I'm breastfeeding him. I'm having to supplement with goat milk because I won't do the formula was so bad. I'll spare that for, I have lives about that. But our feelings cannot be processed if we have an MTHFR, which more than 60% of the population has this genetic problem. And this took a lot of research to connect the dots. No doctors will tell you this. They don't even know what an endocannabinoid system is. But there's parts of our body that can be cleared bioenergetically without medication, purely with energy and water. Because you guys, water is gel-like in our bodies. I don't know if you guys know that, but it's not H2O. It's H3O2 in our bodies. It becomes a gel electric energy that pushes our current, that fuels our energy, you guys. So
hey Jay, that's Gerald Pollack's 4-phase water you're talking about. Yeah, that's structured water, right?
Structured water, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So these patches help us structure our cells the way they're supposed to, because you guys don't realize probably how 5G is damaging our cells. I shiver when I look back at pictures. I knew better, but my son, who's 1.5 years, I was holding my phone. He's a newborn. I got my 5G phone right by his head. You know, like, we are surrounded by energy and we can't see it, but if we could see it, it would be like being underwater at all times, like how the dolphins use sonar. And we're out here like being exposed to all these energies and vibrations. We have no idea. They're manipulating our thoughts. They're manipulating our way of life. And so once I started like putting 2 and 2 together, I could write a book about it, and I probably will one day, but I don't have time for that right now. I just thank Carrie Ann like every day for introducing me to these patches. I thank my daughter for damaging her eye, because had she not, like, I'm so busy, you guys, like I have no time to take on another job, but I needed one. And I think anybody listening that wants to step in right now, you probably need a second job too. This is definitely the right place to be. In my first week, I made like, what was it, like $200? No, I think I made like 79 my first week. I'll have to look back. I got like 30 customers in my first month. I was killing it. And I know I made like $750 on a paycheck. So, and this is my side job. Like, I have a full-time job. I stay booked with orders. I make custom creations and things. So, but back to my son, I don't think he'll ever have another seizure again as long as we can continue detoxing. And if you know about glutathione, or if you don't know, our liver makes glutathione. It's the body's master antioxidant. So I did some research on this back in the day, like 5 years ago. But you know how the Bible talks about wheat? Like, gluten was not always the devil. Gluten, and it used to have everything you needed, you know? And they hybridized it. They sprayed it with pesticides. These pesticides are toxic. What they've done to it has lowered the vibration. And so it has no nutritional value. It's harmful to our bodies. And so we are struggling to find ways to fill in the gaps. And I think that with LifeWave, you have like so many options. It's almost overwhelming, but it's fun. Like, you just buy some patches, start sticking them everywhere, and it has literally been the greatest thing. I don't know about y'all, but I have an Eon right on my chest, and Eon is like Carrie Ann can tell us. I think it's like bee propolis or something. It's like the jelly, the bee jelly or something. It's really, really strong. And if I ever wake up with like a cough or congestion, because you guys, I smoke a lot of weed, but I'm never sick with COVID. And so I know I take the Eon and I put it on my chest, and my cough is like gone. It's gone. Like, I don't get sick. I don't feel sick, but if I ever feel like I wake up with a cough that won't go away, I put the Eon on, it's gone.
Right.
And so it's really
glutathione.
Glutathione on your throat.
Yeah. That's what I use if I feel any kind of scratchiness or anything. I haven't gotten sick since September since I started using them.
That's awesome. So, and then, like, since I'm not on a live screen, I'll give you a little personal story. So I haven't had a yeast infection in many, 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 many years. But I had a short-term boyfriend, and he looked clean, whatever, but he gave me like this yeast infection. And I will tell you that I put the patches everywhere down there. I put the Ice Wave on the right and the left. I put the Eon. And I had like creams and stuff. You know, yeast infections can suck. They can take over your life. They can last 3 months. They can last a month. This lasted 7 days. And that is a freaking miracle, because when you have a problem going on, it can take up your entire life.
Right.
And I mean, I was putting them on my panties. I was putting them on my skin. I was putting them on my pants. I was putting patches on top of patches, and they work. They work. So, you know, you never know when you're going to have an emergency, you guys. And I wanted to share that. I know it's personal, but, you know, it's the truth, because that happens to us. So, all right.
I have to say I can relate a lot to everything that KJ is saying. I tend to overuse the patches, but I definitely think that, you know, it's definitely, like Joyce says, one of the best first aid kits you can ever have.
Yeah, I'm totally grateful, and I think with that I will bid thee farewell. So
that was amazing, KJ. Thanks for joining us. That was an amazing testimony, the power of it. Summer, whilst you're there, talk to us a little bit about your experiences with radiation sickness and your vision and patches.
Yeah, okay, so don't mind the screaming. I have an 8-month-old who is learning his voice exists. But yeah, so I actually joined under KJ specifically to heal my body and my family from radiation poisoning. That was my whole intent and purpose. I never intended to ever have any other benefit from the patches. I just didn't want to have a headache anymore, because I was living with 304 5G towers within a 4-mile radius of my apartment. And it's just, it took 7 days. I only wore them for 7 days because I gave them away to everybody else. But I only wore them for 7 days, and it got to the point where I can now go near a tower and not have literally being dropped to my knees in pain. Because one thing about radiation, and I learned that really quickly, is the more you're exposed to, the more it builds up. And what all started is I had to sit underneath one of the big white towers for over an hour to get food from a food pantry at the beginning of COVID. And that's what started all of my symptoms. And it spiraled out of control from there. I was blacking out. I couldn't even be in my home. We were literally living in our car for over a month because we couldn't bear to be at home longer than to go to sleep at night. And it took 7 days of the X39. Granted, I was wearing like 4 of them for 2 of those days, but It literally did so much. It made it so that I can go near the boxes, or near the towers, not the boxes, sorry. It made it so that I can, you know, handle being in the vicinity of them, and that shungai on its own can actually help alleviate my headache now. And then I just took it from there and like spiraled and started using the patches for everything, and ended up helping my vision and the recent bout of colitis that I just had. And I helped my son with his allergies, and I'm hoping to help my oldest with his vaccine injuries. Thanks, Noah. His vaccine injuries and everything else. And it's been amazing. I encourage anybody who hasn't ordered yet to order, so that you can try and see how many things that you weren't expecting to ever get better in your life to get better.
Right.
And with that, I'm done, because I've still got lots of screaming.
Sure, that's an amazing. Yeah.
Can I ask which patches were helping you the most with the 5G radiation?
The X39, that's all I ordered to begin with. I didn't have the money to start. And I literally took the stimulus money that we got from the government to use that to join and order my patches. And it was kind of like my lifeline. And that's what I mean by it literally saved my life.
Cool. Thanks for sharing.
Right. And that's the thing about both the X39 and the carnosine. They both work similarly in that they are for tissue healing and regeneration. And the more you heal your body, the more you can fight off any kind of toxicity, be it EMF toxicity or food or anything else. The more you heal your body, the more it can protect itself.
Yeah, that's a great point. X39 is a go-to. It detoxes all the organs of the body. It's an all-rounder. Of course, it's stem cells. I'm very lucky too. Some of you that may know me, I do urine therapy. So we know stem cells are in the urine. I'm on number 1 and 2 when I get my X39. I'm on urine therapy, which is free, and patches, which are cheap. And I don't need to pay like $5,000 for an expensive stem cell treatment. I'm on number 1 and 2, and I've got more stem cells going from those than anyone that's paying loads of money. So I think we're all in a privileged position here, because not everyone's going to do urine therapy, right? Carrie, you don't do it.
Right.
Alex, you know, so it's all good. And yeah, we work with people where they're at. And X39 there's a reason why it's more expensive than the others. It's not expensive, but there's a reason why. It's because it's just amazing. They all are, but wow, X39 is like, oof.
So here's the interesting thing about the X39. In studies, when they were trying for regenerative therapies, because this is a regenerative therapy, they take a planaria, which is one of the regenerating, like a little worm, and they chop off its head or its tail and see how quickly it can grow it back. Well, typically it takes 17 days for it to grow its tail or head back. So in the final version of the technology, it took 15 minutes as opposed to 17 days for this planaria to completely regenerate itself. Now that's insane. And then you understand how all these crazy, insane pictures are posted in the group of people, you know, bruising themselves all up and cutting open their arm or their leg. And then the next day, it's all of a sudden, it's like, what do you mean you hurt yourself? You know, it's like halfway healed. It literally, it speeds up the recovery in such an amazing way. That's the X39. It's the stem cell one.
It is.
So is that the kind of thing, when I keep hearing this was developed for the military, I mean, that seems like a really good application for the military. Is that the kind of thing they were, you know?
Well, the initial patch that was developed was the energy enhancer, and it was developed for the Navy SEALs, because they were trying to find a way to help them to last longer, and their sleep was being affected. So this helped them with their sleep, helped increase the sleep, and helped increase their endurance. And then the Olympians ended up using them, and Michael Phelps, and you know, all these Olympic swimmers and runners, and you know, you name it, they're all using it in you know, professional athletes to increase their endurance, because you know, you don't want to shoot up something, so they can't get in trouble for wearing a patch where nothing enters the bloodstream, but it's increasing their productivity and their ability to win, you know, by quite a bit compared to everyone else. And they keep winning. And then, you know, they developed a patch for even horses. So there is no such thing as a placebo with animals. If it's going to heal a horse and make a horse win 3 races in a row, which is almost unheard of, you know, it's amazing, amazing technology.
Yeah, I'm reading Suzanne Summers' book, Interview with David Schmidt. Suzanne Summers is a major proponent of it, and she said, she asked David Schmidt how he invented it. He said he was hired by a government contractor for the military for people living in submarines, because you know in submarines they have to do shifts, and they have to stay awake longer than normal. Also, helicopter pilots, sometimes B bombers have to like be up for 40 hours in this time. Instead of using caffeine, he was hired to use them for that, to keep them energetic, and that reason. And the guy's a genius, and my God, I don't think even me, Carrie, anyone here, even Alec, even understands the actual like what's going on in terms of like what specific light frequencies are going back into the body. Your body produces that makes glutathione, carnosine, X39. I mean, it's a mind fuck in a way, but it is amazing, and I'm so grateful to David Schmidt who's brought this technology to us, and we know about it now, so it's crazy. Right. Guys, is it okay now if we move to a little bit? I want to talk today, just before we open up questions, everyone, Alec, you, Jamie, and Carrie, talk a little bit about distribution, KJ as well, how to make money from it. I think this is a really important aspect. We haven't touched bases yet with the Zoom meeting, so maybe we can talk 5-10 minutes on how we are doing this and how easy it is, so we can help other people and how we can often support. Carrie, do you want to start, please?
Sure. Yeah, so if anybody wants to sign up as a distributor, I actually personally myself am not selling them retail to anyone, because you can afford it. You can sign up as a distributor and get the discount yourself. So, you know, I'm not in it for the money, although that's just a byproduct for me, and sure, I'll take it, you know, whatever. But you can make an awful lot of money doing this, because it is a very effective way of helping people get their lives back. And that's my goal in all of this, is helping people to get well, because I was so sick, and this is the vehicle that helped me to reverse all of my issues. So I'm helping other people now through the same path. And so it takes only $25 to sign up as a distributor. You get a 40% discount off of the product. You can buy retail if you just want to try it and, you know, just do that. But for me, I'd rather get a discount. And so sign up as a distributor under whoever it is that invited you to this group, get their link from them, and we are all here to support you, every single one of us. And, you know, if anybody needs to reach out to me after you sign up with your link for whoever invited you, by all means, reach out to me. We have groups set up, we have chat rooms set up, you know, in order to help you to succeed in this. And there is a learning group, and all you have to do is invite people who have issues to the learning group and tag them in whatever their issue is. You can do a search in the group. It's a healing group, and it has all kinds of protocols and testimonials of other people. Once people see what this technology is capable of, it sells itself, truly. You don't have to be selling people anything. Just if somebody reaches out to you who has an issue, hey, I can help you. You know, I have technology that helped me, and it can help you too. So it's a very simple way of helping other people and helping yourself, because it only takes $25 with no required purchase at all. So.
And that's how I started, Carrie. So you've been telling me for months, and I was like, I knew it was powerful. I'm so open-minded. I'm so grateful I am. But yeah, in February, I bought the starter pack, but I didn't even start promoting it properly but I'm so grateful I actually started the starter in February, because what happened was Tammy, who's now a manager and absolutely crushing it, and you benefit from everyone on your downline, became my downline because of you, Carrie, because I signed up in February for starter, and now she's crushing it, and I became active 4 weeks ago. So yeah, I just want to emphasize exactly what Carrie said, that I made $750. Right? Not that I'm showing off. I did make it for a point. $750 in the first 4 weeks. And what I did, any of you guys can do. And all I did was, as Carrie suggested and Joyce, you just create a curiosity post. You don't give the game away on your Facebook straight away, because that's a psychology tactic. Some people just will look for it and not interested. You've got to play a little psychology game with people. And you create a curiosity post and catch people's eye, and then invite them into the group that Joyce has created that has 6,000 members in it, in which you guys have probably been astounded and amazed. It's probably the reason why you're here. So if it works for you, it works for everyone else. And you invite them into the group, and then the patches sell themselves. If you don't have the time, that's why KJ said earlier, it's a side job. She doesn't really need to do much. You just add people into the group, and then they sell themselves. And when people are interested and they don't know it's through you, they need to buy, they'll contact Joyce, and she will tell you to go back to, they will tag you and say, Harry is your wholesaler. She's a very honest person. Her group, she's honest. And then it sells themselves. People don't always buy straight away. Look at me, I took a long time. Guys, you too. Sometimes we procrastinate, or we're trying to work out what's best. But what I'm learning at the moment is people do come around eventually. The right people come to this at the right time, and this is the right technology at the right time for the right people. Play the patient game. do curiosity posts, invite people to the group. Don't invite them cold too much unless you've got a reputation in the health community, and you let them sell themselves, and also follow up. Sometimes it's good to follow up. It's something that I need to get better at, but I'm just so busy with how many people are interested that I can't follow up. But yeah, that's also important too. I just want to emphasize the point that what Carrie's done with making money of it, what KJ's doing making money of it, anyone can do it, and it is really that easy. And it's really, if I'm being honest, it's Joyce's group. Joyce has plugged away for 4 years non-stop posting. She does so much work every day. She's making 10,000 a week, and she deserves it because she's the one that's making me money, Carrie money, Alec money. All of us are going to be making money really because of her and her group, and it's amazing. They sell themselves. So yeah.
Right. And I have a friend too who, you know, he's making 6 figures a month in LifeWave.
Wow.
6 figures every month, and he just focuses on, you know, just X39.
What's his secret,
you.
Carrie? What's his secret? Is he on Joyce's group?
X39. No, he's a friend. He's in a different group, but he created the patch program with the X39. So give people trials.
Is that
them
microservice you're talking about?
No, that's a different group. But yeah, he created this. There's a sheet, and it's in the Healing Humanity group that we can add you to. Once you become a distributor, you get added to all the distributor groups, and then you get all the, you know, all the different posts that you can take and use for, you know, trying to get curiosity posts. But the potential to make 6 figures every single month is insane.
Yes.
Sitting at home. I mean, you know, you're giving people an opportunity somebody who maybe is so sick they can not get off their couch, so they can do this business from their couch on their phone and make money and get themselves well in the process of doing that. So that is insane. You're giving somebody a job and you're giving them their life back with their health. If you don't have your energy, you don't have anything. So that is the way I see it.
And this
company,
I want to.
Sorry.
No,
I really want to touch on the fact that you can definitely do this just from your phone.
Yeah.
I don't have a computer, and I haven't had a computer for a long time, and a lot of stay-at-home jobs require you to have a computer, but this one does not.
Yeah.
Right.
It's so true. And not only
you
that,
can do it from your phone.
Go on, Alec. Yeah. Yes. 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 Yeah. 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 15, brother. You got 15 under you because you're genius. You actually came under a builder. When you find a builder like me, Tammy, KJ, Carrie, yeah, Alec, that was super smart. Yeah. Yeah. It's yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and also just like to add, anyone that comes under the sponsors, whoever, contact your sponsor. Anyone that sponsors me, I feel like you're part of my crew. I'm going to benefit financially, but it's not about that. I actually want to help. Like Summer, it's not even on my team. I really want to help her make money, and I'm trying my best. And we will get there with you, Summer, and we'll get there with everyone. So it's like I'm doing stuff I don't even need to do just because it's just fun. Like helping anyone make money, even if I don't make money, it's like great because I've done it. Like, and I'm going to build, like you said, Alec, and it's so rewarding. It really is.
It is really fun, and the spillover on its own is very motivating. I've never had an MLM that, you know, I've joined a bunch of them. I've never had any that I go to my back office every day and I have somebody new.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to add to that. The
Jay, go on.
actually.
Yeah. Jay,
Harry, I've only been signed up for about a week,
Yeah.
and I've gotten about 5 people spilled over from Harry. He's been doing a little bit more on that end of work this week. I've been doing a little bit more back-end planning and developing some things. So almost every day I've received a person just under Harry. I've literally had to rebalance and switch to my other legs so that I can rebalance my spillover.
And what that means, guys, basically is the more you're down. By the way, when I started, I had 48 on my power leg because of carry, 48 on my downline. But everyone that comes under you, Jay, now is going to build up your business volume. And when you get 660 business volume on one leg, 330 on your weak leg, you cycle and you get $50. So basically, when you have powerful people in your upline, downline, you make more BP, which means you're going to make $50 faster. It's all about the cycling. There's loads of ways to make money in this. Also, when you sign someone up, you make money. Bronze, $15, silver. You sign someone up, they make 30. That's one way. But the other way is the cycling, which comes in from the power of carry spilling over to me, and powerful people like Tammy on my downline, and Jay's benefiting from me, and I will benefit from Jay and Alec for the hard work they're going to put in. It's just endless.
Right, matching bonuses and you know, and then eventually you're making $50 a month, and you can buy 3 packs of patches for free every month, and then you'll make more and more and more, and you're using the patches. Yeah, you're using the patches. It's making you more productive. It's giving you more willpower and just a better overall life force, and you can do more, and then you're making more. So all the way around, it's helping you.
Win-win. Can we ask KJ if you want to talk a little bit about the money as well? Because you're crushing it with money more than me, and you started quick. So let us know any tips that you're doing quickly on how you're doing it. If she can, if not, then we'll just move on. KJ.
I think she might be off of here.
No, she's on the video. I mean.
Oh.
But if not, then we'll just crack on with open question.
KJ is just doing lives on her.
I'm here. What'd you ask me?
Okay.
KJ, do you want to tell us a little bit how you're making your money? How much, if you don't mind sharing, and what you're doing to help other people so that we can all make money and more money?
Yeah, let me log in real quick. But you know, I've made like more than a couple hundred every week, not really even doing anything because I'm so swamped with my job. It's been really rewarding because everybody, you know, like I said earlier, everybody could use a side job, and I've only been with one other company that's kind of like this. It was called HempWorks. I sell my own CBD now. I still like some stuff about HempWorks and don't like some stuff about HempWorks. You know, I'm not going to get into or knock any other company, but just for like a comparison, I was with them for 8 months, and I made more money with LifeWave in 1 month than I did with HempWorks in 8 months. And it wasn't even that much money in the first month. So I was spending like $200 every month on product that it was good. It was expensive. I felt like I never had enough. I don't feel that way with LifeWave. And that's just solely for a comparison. But
KJ, how are you doing it? Are you inviting people to LifeWave group and just letting it sit? How are you getting people coming up to you and saying, hey, I want to sponsor? How are you sponsoring so many people?
I mean, at first I did like a huge testimony. It's very time consuming. So make sure that you have a whole day to reply to all these people. I have about 10,000 friends and followers on Facebook and about 2,500 on Instagram. I have my sites linked together. I'll make a post on Instagram. Carrie Ann, when I shared your post about your eyes, I got more than 50 comments on Instagram, more than like 150 on Facebook. I couldn't keep up. The problem now is that the group with all the amazing content is on Facebook, and a lot of people aren't on that kind of social media.
That's a great point. Yeah, I was wondering how to go to Instagram. How do you get them from Instagram onto Facebook? How
well,
are you doing
I started building, like, I don't want to give all the good info away because, you know, Joyce has worked really hard to keep it there. But I've started building like my own Telegram channel for my own clients. And that's what I would suggest you guys do if you're using different kinds of social media, or you have friends and family who don't, you know, get on Facebook ever. Telegram is a free app, and it's just like you make your own channel or group, and you give your friends and family the link, and you post in there, and they'll get a notification when you do, and then it's all there. So that kind of helps me too, so that I'm not like constantly repeating myself all day. I can just share this link, say, hey, hop on here, or let me get you in the LifeWave group. I have gotten more than 300 people accepted into that group. So I've only signed up like, what, 45 people or something, like maybe 30, 35 people. I don't know. I have to look it up. But when these people sign up or say, hey, I'm ready, Joyce is going to go, hey, go to KJ. So it's that simple. And I really recommend everyone posting into the group every day.
Yes.
Or at least 3 times a week. You know, just post in there, say, hey, this is what I'm using this week. This is how I'm feeling. Can't wait to update you guys. And then at the end of the week, go, hey, oh my gosh, like, you know, this happened over the week and this is my improvement. And your people you have added are going to be watching you.
Yes.
You can tag them. There's so much information here. Like, I thought that HempWorks was cool because they really like make you a family and all of this stuff. But like I'm telling you guys, this is CBD is like the old, like, you know, that's the old stuff. And energy is the new stuff. Like, so you guys are in the leading edge of this company, of this business. And I don't know if you guys said this yet, but they have a patent on the X39 for 20 years. So it cannot be duplicated by any other company. So that means if any other company comes out with energy patches, they cannot have a stem cell boosting patch.
Cool.
This is huge.
It is. And I actually, the customer numbers, I don't know if you guys know this, the customer numbers, I'm 1 million and something. Every customer number I figured out goes on one off. So I know there's like 1 million people that are members now, over 1 million, 1,100,000. And that's going to keep building. So like what you said, KJ, 20 years. Can you imagine? This is obviously going to grow. If you get on board and buy even a starter now, and you're not even active, like I was in February, I'm already on 48 on my downline. If you wait, just sit around, do nothing, maybe stay active, buy a pack, you're going to be making so much money doing nothing. I mean this.
Right.
There's going to be a point where you're going to be making you're going to have a ridiculous amount of BB on your power leg, like, and you'll be like, oh man, like it's the future. Like, as Joyce said, it took 4 years to get going. Right, carry on, Jace.
So here we go. This week alone, I haven't done anything yet. This week just started. I've already made $50. I'm guessing somebody ordered something, or maybe that's my commission. I don't know. I'm still learning about.
I ordered KJ.
Awesome. So
it's either a silver or a cycle. So you cycled or a silver package someone bought 50.
You probably $50 is a cycle.
It's also a silver package though. No, it's also yes, it could be both. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like, it's confusing, but it's so much fun because it's almost like getting a new game or a new car or something. You're trying to figure it out. It's all fresh, a new phone, you know, and it's like, it's rewarding. So all you got to do is order one pack a month, or you can buy in big, save a bunch of money at once. And then like, you don't even have to order every month. You're good for, you know, a couple weeks longer, or like, I think the biggest package, you're good for 3 months. And you get the patches so cheap, you can sell them, you can keep them. I'm thinking about getting, you know, because I just have to upgrade $600, getting a couple people together to buy those patches and then doing it that way. So there's so many different ways to make money.
Right. What I've started doing is putting together detox packages and selling the detox packages. Like, here's the most effective detox you'll ever find. It balances everything energetically, which is the most important thing, and is a chelating agent. And, you know, so I've been having really good luck selling detox packages. And
Okay, I'm gonna post that and sell them.
I'm having to keep buying more packs where I just ordered and now and somebody else wants to buy more. So I never used to stock them. Now I'm having to stock the patches because everybody just keeps buying them from me.
Yeah, or you give out samples. Carrie, you gave me samples. You give out samples to people so that gets them in the business so you can profit from us and help us out too. So the sampling side is something good too. Like give out 6 X39s, a couple, send it the post to someone. Hey, try them out free.
And if
I
you
do
know,
a sample. I have the sample set up.
Right. If you know somebody who can make a big impact and who can help a lot of people, if you know somebody in the medical profession, get them into the patches. Give them a patch for free. Give them 4 patches for free. They're going to get a result from it. And the point of this is to help heal everyone. If you know somebody who's a nurse who can make an impact on other people, give them some patches, you know, get them into this because they can make an impact through your activity and through you introducing them to something. They're going to impact so many other lives and create ripples.
My friend. Okay, I think because time's pushing on, we should definitely open the floor to people for questions. So now anyone that wants to ask questions, here's your opportunity. Unmute yourself and ask questions to any of us or all of us. It's all good. Don't all jump at once, please. If not, we can talk all day about the patches. My God.
Right.
I can ask a question. Hey, Christina. I was working, so I just jumped on towards the end. I guess with who was just talking, KJ, about putting together some stuff. So I'm going to be doing, Harry might be joining me, like a retail shopping event online.
Yes.
And the goal of it is to get 400 to 800 people. There'll be about 15 to 18 vendors, so I'll be in there for LifeWave. One of the things that Joyce had suggested was putting together what she just said, like a detox little baggie kit. So what does that look like, KJ? Like, are you putting them in a little Ziploc bags and saying those are energy, like you're putting together the 5-element detox? Like, what does that look like? Like, how can I incorporate that into the sale?
Well, I mean, for my sample packs, I actually just do like a thank you card or something, and I give them my business card. I have a fancy little sticker that I attach the X39 or AE on, whatever sample I'm giving out. And I put all of my information like right there. So that way, when they try it and they like it, they come to me. But you could put it all in like a little baggie or something and put it in like a, I don't know, I would staple it to like a, the dollar store in the craft section has like these little cards that I use for jewelry. And there's like $1 for 20 or something. And you could like put them in a little baggie and staple it to it, you know, so that it's like a cardstock. I would staple the bag to it or something. And
so thinking about maybe offering to sell a couple of like those, that's what Joyce had suggested, was like putting together something for PMS or.
So you would like split the pack and give each person like a week worth of material is what I would do, you know, and then I would charge them, like I would make money off of each pack, you know, like $20 or whatever.
Yeah, that's what she was saying, is to sell it. And then what's another good idea? Because obviously the whole point of me doing it is introducing it, get people excited. But Joyce says obviously the #1 goal is to like obviously have them come over to the group.
Well, everyone, like Harry said one time, everyone has pain. So I think pain is a really good one. But you want to find something to like, it's attraction marketing. And so you want to attract people with keywords or phrases, but not be too salesy. So I would try like sciatic nerve pain. That was a huge selling point for me. Military grade technology, energy in a patch, no medicine. You know, these phrases really perk people's ears up and go, what? I haven't heard that before. You know, what is this all about? You know, if you're too specific, like if you, like some people aren't really into acupressure, don't even know what it is, then they may not even look at it altogether. But I think like energy in a patch would be really good, and making some little sample packs that would get them through like a week. With, you need like business cards or a card with your website on it, and your phone number, because I have people, I've given out my business card with my cell phone number on the back, I have my home number on the card, but that way I know I gave my cell phone number personally to these people. They're not just randomly texting me. And I get text messages all the time from customers, you know, who are about to sign up. So
now there's also some sheets that you can take from x39health.com. It's owned by another distributor, but there's no information on it for anybody to sign up. You can just order his sheets and print them out. It's basically a trial for one X39 patch. So 12 hours, get the 24-hour experience, you know, try a patch. And more often than not, people want to sign up and get more because they have such a great experience with just one patch. And
sorry. Go
so
ahead.
yeah, the X39 experience. And there's a lot of resources under the distributor album in the Healing Humanity group. That's the distributor group for our team. So you can go on there and see all the information in there, and you can actually print out for yourself if you want to like go to Kinko's or something and print a bunch of them. It really is, you know, just stick your phone number on there and stick a single patch. It'll cost you less than $4 for each patch as distributor price with tax and shipping.
I was gonna say too, a lot of people really like participation games, especially if it's an online thing. Do like a bingo about information that's just, you know, general to LifeWave, things like that. Have them listen to like a video and then see if they retained the information by getting the answers they need from that video. And their prize is, you know, like one X39 or something like that. People, even though a lot of people tend to take advantage of samples, a lot of people love earning free stuff.
Yeah.
No, I like that. That's a good idea. We're going to be launching into the sale, I think, next Monday. So I'm excited for it and hopeful. And I didn't get to chat with you guys before, but definitely I love the LifeWave model. I'm coming from Young Living. I was a distributor for Young Living, still actively for 4 years. And I just made $500 yesterday. And I think maybe I made that 3 times in my lifetime with,
That's
you know,
amazing.
in my 4 years.
How did you do that,
at Young Living.
Christina? What did you do for 500? That seems like quite a lot in just 1 week. What did you do? Did you cycle a lot, or did you get somebody?
I asked Joyce. I think what happens was, well, I was building under, but I hadn't set up my legs quite yet for the cycle. And I had somebody go from basic membership to gold last night. And then I went and saw, I was like, oh, cool, I made $100. I'm going to go see, just because I was excited. And then I was like, whoa, $500, where'd $500 come from?
Yeah.
Joyce says it was because I cycled. So I finally like got my legs where they're supposed to be, where now I'm going to start cycling.
Right.
And also too, you have you know, every time you buy more patches, upgrade your account, because you get more matching, you know, you get to earn more money the higher up you go.
That's a great point. Yes, I need to do that. That's a great one.
Yeah, I went from silver and now I'm gold, and then I'm going to be upping my next one to platinum.
Yeah, so reinvest the money that you make back into the thing will give you more money and more BV. I'm bronze and I'm going to. Yes, precisely. Right. Yeah. One thing I do want to emphasize is KJ, you're awesome with the business. I don't even have my own site, guys. People watching this, I don't even have my own website set up properly yet. I don't have structures, and yet I still made 750 in 4 weeks. Literally, it is as simple as, yes, I will get around to that at some point. Of course, I'm building, right? I'm a builder. But for the moment, I've just literally made money just adding people to a group and doing nothing. It's also because people trust me, and they rightly should, because I've been in health for a long time. I really care, and these definitely work. So they're like, oh, Harry's into it. But my point is, I invite them into the group. I created a curiosity post, which I stole from Carrie, and she said it's okay. And I just thought, oh, these ones are going to work. These sound, and get loads of people in. And sometimes I'm even doing cold inviting, which I shouldn't, but it still works anyway because people trust me. So yeah, you can make money straight away from this business. It's crazy. And once you start making money, you're going to get excited. You're going to have your own teams, and we're all here to support anyone. So as soon as you come under a sponsor of somebody, please contact your upline sponsor. Tell them you've done that. They'll know anyway. And we will literally add you to our groups and really start building so that we can start building together and growing. So yes. Having said, anyone else questions, please? Anything you want to know, this is your opportunity.
Where's the lady that said she wasn't able to experience like a lot of relief yet?
Is she here?
I'm sorry, I'm super bad with names. I really apologize about that.
I'm just seeing if she's here. Sigal? No, it wasn't Sigal. Who?
There you go.
I'm still here. I'm sorry, it was
Yeah.
muted. Yeah.
I think the lady's gone. I
I'm
think
here.
she's gone. Oh, you
She's right
okay?
there.
Sorry, I
Pat.
apologize. Okay, sorry, I apologize. Yeah, carry on.
Do you have any questions?
So it sounds like this meeting is a combination of mainly sales, which I mean, for me, I think that once I can prove to myself that it works, then, you know, by all means, I'll be willing to venture out there. But like you said, like I said, I haven't gotten any relief yet, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
So I have
three types of patterns.
So what is
The
your
X
pain?
and
What is your pain from? What do you have?
So I have like compressed disc around my neck area and lower back pain around my tailbone.
Okay.
And also like shoulder pains because of all of that too on the left side. And there was a time that I couldn't get off the bed because of this, and I've been going to chiropractic, and that didn't help me for whenever I couldn't get off the bed, and I took ozone shots, and that helped me, but I still suffer with the pain, the aches and pains. And then I also have ringing in my left ear. So those are my main things I'm working on.
What patches are you on? X39 you said you're using? One at a time or many patches at once, or?
Just one. I have X39, glutathione, and Eon.
Okay.
Okay, so what I would do is put the X39 right above your tailbone, and you can put the Eon on the top of your neck, and the glutathione right underneath your belly button. Wear all three of them for a day.
And if that doesn't work, I highly recommend the X39 on your pineal gland. That took a lot of my pain away.
Okay.
So you just gotta you gotta just, you know, play around with your body until you find the spot where you can move that energy. A lot of energy gets stuck in the tailbone area and also on the top of the spine. So those two spots can move a lot of energy for you.
I also want you to know you're not alone. I have 2 other people that have experienced the same thing, that I was personally giving them patches to help them out. And they've also experienced the same thing. So I want you to know you're not alone.
So they eventually got relief?
Yeah, some people, it just takes...
Sorry. The first person got relief immediately and then didn't get relief after that. And we're thinking that she needs to detox, but I can't afford to buy them right now, and neither can she. So we're waiting for that. And then the other person, we're still troubleshooting what's going on. So neither one of them have gotten relief yet. But I just wanted you to know that you aren't alone, that some people just have that energy stuck and they just need to figure out a different placement. So don't give up, because you're not alone.
Okay.
And also the ringing in the ears, sometimes that can be caused by a low glutathione. So
yes, it is definitely.
Get your glutathione levels up, and you'll notice that starts to go away.
Yeah, that's the primary cause of hearing loss is low glutathione levels. You can go on Google and check that. So that will, and tetanus and on airplane pilots. So definitely, I want to say that I repeat what Summer said, that sometimes we have so much blockages, and it's not even our fault, because we're born into the world with our grandparents, our ancestry lines. So, and our parents feed us bad food, and there's no one to blame here. But I mean, we all come. I'm blessed. I didn't have too much, so I can just take this to a kind of a cool level. But yes, it will take time for some people, and that's okay. Because it's a little patch. It doesn't cost money, that will eventually get you to a place. And another thing I want to emphasize too is sometimes we don't even feel it's actually helping us. But if you took and measured your blood work, your glutathione levels, carnitine levels, all the little things you could measure about what's going on inside your body, like good heart rate variability, blood pressure, I know that it'll be improving in you, although you probably feel the same. You know, these things are going on with the patches, even if we don't want to believe or don't feel a difference. So that's amazing, and you'll get there.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you go ahead. Mm.
Right.
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 Yeah. Yeah, when you talk about the body, there's so much there's so many hiding places. This is what I'm into health, right? And I'm learning there's so many hiding places for trauma, for toxins. It's a joke, guys. You think this is just like a little thing. The toxins will do anything, and they will hide in the tiniest little crevice deep within the body. And sometimes it does take a long time, even if we use the most powerful therapies. And that's just indicative of how long we've got to wait. And one more thing I'd add is that it takes you longer. Sometimes it makes you more of a warrior. It will leave a lasting impression and make you more of a warrior than someone who just takes 2 seconds. They're not invested in the product. They're like, oh, okay, cool, it makes me feel good. I'm feel good now, great. They're not invested in this lifestyle, but it invests you in the lifestyle when you've got a big problem and it takes a long time to heal with these patches. It will really invest you. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not giving up. I just know that it's taking me a long time, and I'm not, you know, I don't have, maybe I'm not placing it correctly. Maybe I need to detox first. I don't know. You know, it's just trial and error right now. And it's been like 2 weeks. So I'm reading all the amazing testimonials. I'm like, why am I not moving?
Right. Yeah. Oh, I think that's quite early. It's quite early to me, 2 weeks.
Yeah,
It doesn't sound like a long time. Like,
I would try putting the X39, like I said, right above your tailbone. And definitely wear the glutathione, because that's a huge one. You can stick that one on your neck right here in the indent. And the Eon, you can put right.
I thought you meant.
Yep. Yeah, the glutathione. This is a glutathione that I have on right now.
Cool.
Okay, I thought you said belly button.
Yeah,
that's
you
a good
can
place
put it
too.
here,
That's a good place for it too.
Either place. That's right.
So under the belly button, underneath the belly button is where the liver is, and the liver is the glutathione is predominantly found in the liver. So it's you're majorly up your liver glutathione levels. So that's a really good one too, the belly button one. The liver's a huge problem. I mean, Joyce did a post about the liver meridian, and I think, yeah, if you just learn a few things about where to place patches, put glutathione under the belly button, Aeon behind the neck, and you're good to go for so many things, like, and pineal, Avida, and you're flying.
Yeah, another thing I want to suggest is Joyce had posted about X39 on the bottom of the feet near the kidney area. So this would be like if you feel like where the big ball under your big toe is, you know, that joint right there on the bottom of your foot. So I did that protocol. I woke up so thirsty because I did not drink enough water before I went to bed, and I put them on the bottom of my feet. I'm telling you, this stuff works. We all have a different energy field, different vibration, and you know, your body is a grid of energy, and so it does take some playing around with. What works for you might not work for me because we have different vibrations. But there is a way with these patches to actually release this energy, not just move it around. I've been to healers and stuff where I went to a massage therapist many years ago, and you know, these people, they carry their own energy and then they're taking on the energy of other people. It's not like that in this patch. It's just a simple, it has the light and the energy right in it, and it just does its job. So this guy, I could feel him moving this energy around in my back, but it never went anywhere. He wasn't grounded. You know, and the same goes with adjusting your spine. You want to make sure that chiropractor is as close to God as can be, because your spine is your godliness. And these patches are like made to do this job. So it's more so finding the right spot A lot of times, or maybe you're having benefits, you just don't realize it because you feel normal, and you don't feel like, whoa, you know. I had a friend, she said, what is wrong? Like, they're working and everything, but I feel like foggy headed. And what's going on is your body can't get rid of all the toxins. So they just start floating around. And I suggested an X39 in the hat, you know, on the top of your head. If you have like a headband or a scrunchie, you can put it on there too. Or even on your pineal gland, which is your third eye. She put it on her hat. And she felt instantly better. So a lot of times, a lot of times it's just because maybe we're not getting enough energy. Maybe you need more than one patch, you know?
Yes.
So,
I mean, that's a great point too.
The group.
Yeah, putting more than one patch is recommended. If you're not getting the results you want, try 2-3 patches. Carrie does it, and KJ I'm sure does it. It's very possible to do multiple patches without any harm, guys. So just so you know, if you want to like do 4 or 5 patches and majorly take it to a whole new level you never thought possible, patch yourself up with a couple all over the place.
Right, but try 2 at once because it might give you too much energy and you'll be bouncing off the wall like you had 10 cups of coffee like I did.
Yeah, me too. When I took
also drink lots of water if you're gonna do that. Lots and lots of water.
I put one
That's
patch.
the one thing I noticed. Yeah, the one thing I noticed is that I'm very thirsty. I'm drinking 2 liters and more every day. So yeah.
So your body needs it.
Yeah. Yeah,
and also KJ brought a great point about sometimes people put patches on and they get ill, and that's because of detoxification. There's literally, you're going too deep, and so it's weird. It's like a lot of people, 80% of people get amazing results straight away. Some people like self take a long time, and others get like an instant detoxification because they're so toxic, and then they muddle up and think, oh, that's actually causing the disease. It's making me worse. Yes, it is making you worse, mate, because you're cleaning yourself up and it's so powerful. So when people on the testimonials you see go, oh, but I got a headache, I seem to be worse on the patches. Yeah, because it's working, you know, and it's healing you. Wakey. Like,
I definitely went through that. I got very sick because I detoxed way too fast.
Right.
And I actually had people commenting on my Facebook and on my posts and stuff and telling me, I think those patches are making you sick.
Yeah,
and I'm like, no, they aren't making me sick. That's what detox does.
Right.
healing crisis because you went too fast. But that's the beauty of it, is that you can just take the patch off and reapply a couple hours later if you feel like you can't take the, you know, the headache or the, you know, the detox symptoms, which really isn't really bad at all. I've done lots of detoxes, and this is really just mild in comparison to what you go through with other detoxes.
Right.
You can also just decide to go big or go home and just stay in the detox.
Right, and that's what I did.
Anyone else want to ask any questions?
Yeah,
anyone
actually,
Jay,
I know a person who has a lot of heart issues, and they've had a lot of surgeries, and they keep giving them medications, and it's like the more that they're the type who really clings to the medical system to take care of them, and they've been just kind of making things worse and worse and worse for like a decade now. So this person now has the prognosis on like how long they have to be around. So after hearing from KJ and her eye healing with the patches with the X39, I'm thinking, man, you know, this guy, I need to give him some X39s and tell him to put them right over his heart. Yeah, I mean, that seemed like a good idea to you guys?
Yeah, I mean, Summer two's got healing from the eyes last week. That was an amazing testimonial, but yeah.
It couldn't hurt.
Right.
Even a couple of them.
Carnosine too. Carnosine.
Yeah, definitely some carnosine.
You know, it'll your heart's a muscle, and it'll help rebuild that muscle there too. So.
And
I've been really trying to help that guy because everybody's kind of like given up on him, and doctors have kind of given up, and he's kind of given up, and everybody's just kind of trying to make him comfortable. I'm like, man, there's got to be, you know, it seems like the X39s, I mean, can't hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
Go to the top. Go to the top of the tree. They're all amazing, but go to the top right away with him. And
I do X39A on Glutathione, and I'd put them all on top of each other right on his heart.
Okay, you said X39. What was that?
What? I do X39, carnosine, and Glutathione.
Oh, okay.
Because a lot of the medicines that they are giving him in the hospital could potentially be making the problem worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the glutathione would definitely help that.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah. Yes.
Hey. Okay, I put in a group last week, and I've been on a very overwhelmed thing this last week. It doesn't take much to get me overwhelmed, and so I got really overwhelmed. But the first day I did the energy patches, I got nothing. And I was like, oh, bloody hell, isn't that typical? It's not going to work. But I was like, no, just try it the next day. And I tried it the next day, and I drive around. I live in Austin, and I'm a courier. And usually I don't work many hours, but usually by 3:30 in the afternoon, I've got to have my 15-minute nap in my car. And that's, sometimes I'll just pull over because I have a tendency to just, okay, go to sleep, don't care where I am. And so since for a week, I have not had to do that. So that is a big thing for me. I'm waking up, even though my sleep is not straight through, I'm still waking up earlier and getting up earlier, which is huge for me because getting up out of bed is not my favorite thing to do. But okay, so my mum in England, Harry, you may know this, in England, and I've actually been told by a couple of English nurses, they like to OD the elderly on morphine. And my mum is in a lot of pain. She's got so many problems, but she's got osteoarthritis really bad and osteoporosis. So her neck is particularly really bad, but they give her morphine patches. It would, doing one of the patches, like, I'm not sure which one would be good for her, but would they interfere with that? Does anybody know from that standpoint? Would it put too much morphine into her? Would it exacerbate it? Anybody know on that?
As far as I'm aware, that it doesn't interfere with drug. Not that we're encouraging people to maintain their drug habits, or not drug habits, but their prescriptions from big pharma. But I mean, yes, it doesn't interfere. It's like an overlay. So some things, yeah, it wouldn't interfere. As far as I'm not sure which ones would be best. I mean, I'll go for the standard protocols, X39, and patch them up one or two and try out which one's best for her. But I don't think they would interfere with her program for sure.
Okay.
It definitely wouldn't interfere just because there's nothing going into your system. It, however, might make her morphine either more effective or less effective based on the movement of energy.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sounds good. And then I have another question. Okay, I was going through the units and I see all the testimonials and the placements, and so I go in and I look at the meridian lines, I look it up on Google. But any suggestions on how, because I work so, and I'm very scattered in my thoughts. So focus is a huge thing for me, and overwhelm is a huge thing for me. What is the best way to approach this to not get overwhelmed? Because I want to build a business and I want to help other people. So what is the best?
Carnosine is the best patch for improving cognitive function because it's found in the brain, in the tissue, in the heart, and in the muscles. So that's one of my favorite patches.
And also add the brain balancing protocol, because all the brain hemisphere balance and the brain, we've all got that imbalance there. And the brain hemisphere protocol, which you can search for, is the aeons all over the place in the head, will really help too.
Okay. So would that be, because like I've got other stuff obviously going on, but like if I can't think properly and function, not doing the basics properly, because I'm going to buy some more and upgrade later today. So I've already got some glutathione left. Should I do the carnosine and aeon possibly?
Yes, I feel like the next one you should buy, as Carrie said, is the carnosine and the aeon, and try the brain balancing protocol and either separately or together and see how you go. Sometimes, Monica, it's best not to rush it too, so you can monitor which one's works best for you. Because so you can think, okay, let's do the aeons, that brain balancing. Oh, let's do the glutathione. Let's see which one has more power, so you can know individually, because they work on like everyone said earlier, the toxicity. Everyone's got different toxicity, and one patch might be great for someone. It might be good for everyone, but just even better for someone else. So it's a good mastery for you to play around with what patch works best for you.
Okay, sounds good. So yeah, and I'll talk later on. I don't want to take up everyone's time. I'll talk later on about the best protocol, because I was thinking about X39 too. So
that one's huge. If you wear X39 every day, you can just, you know, like what I do, I use X39 every single day, and then I see how I feel when I wake up of what I want to put on for the day. Like yesterday, I put a carnosine underneath my hat, and then I went and took a nap with my son, and it was like, whew, hello, brain. It was crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the only one I've ever tried it, and it's Carrie sent me samples. I got my Avita still to come. So yeah, X39 gave me so much energy. It's a joke. Like wow,
yeah,
it's crazy.
Cool.
X39 definitely gave me the most benefit out of everything that
Yeah.
I've tried so far.
That's the most powerful patch.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
All right.
One more question real quick. For that guy with the heart conditions, like how much time on, how much time off for the patches for something like that?
The X39 is meant to be worn during the daytime. Some people, it keeps them awake at night because of the energetic factor, but some people can wear it at night. So it just depends on how bad he is. Like Tammy wore it, change it out every 12 hours, but it's meant to be 12 hours on, 12 hours off.
Yeah, definitely up to 12 hours point. All of them work absolutely to their absolute max. And then you can feel it out for yourself between 12 and 24 hours. Do you feel it tapering off? This is intuitive again. So 12 hours, 100%. And one of the patches, carnosine, definitely don't do it more than 12 hours because that one's a bit special. I don't know why, but it doesn't last more than 12 hours. But the others, yes, play around with them, see how long they last and 12 hours off. And yeah, you buy a pack and they last a month and a half. And that's good value to me.
For the heart guy, I would try like in the morning, putting the combination over his heart and then taking them off at night.
Okay.
Just because rest is super important and you don't want to overload his heart.
Right.
But I'm thinking of like, we need to carry carnosine patches for people that have heart attacks on the street. I'm not even joking here.
Right.
Like literally, if someone has a heart attack, you'll be like, okay, carnosine patch. This is the pharmaceutical. They need to have it in the pharma vans. Like literally, ambulances need to carry carnosine patches for people as soon as they have the heart attack. Save their lives.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I
literally
agree.
like my first aid kit is like all these patches, and my kid, you know, falls and hurts his knee. You're getting a carnosine patch right away or an X39.
Yeah.
Can you tell me more about carnosine and that when I'm doing the 5 element, because hi, I'm a moldy, and I think I'm on like round 5 right now. And anytime I put carnosine like on my sternum, it's the only place I've been patching for maybe a month and a half or something like that. And it's the only area that agitates me is that patch on this spot where it gets itchy. And I wear it at night, and I'm wondering why. I'm sure it's working at some, you know, it's doing something. I'm just wondering, what is it doing?
It has a chelating effect. So if there is toxicity there, it's chelating it, it's getting rid of it. And it's also healing that part of your body because it's for tissue repair and regeneration. So if you want to, if it still bothers you, you can put it on your shirt, on the inside of your shirt when you sleep. So you don't actually have to put it on your skin in order to get the result.
Right, that would probably, yeah, I feel like, I don't know what you guys think about the shirt hat thing. I feel like it takes away a little bit of the power of it. Now, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, that's just slowing detox, because if I think about it, it's laser acupuncture, so it will still go through your clothes, but the more the distance, what you can do with that is slow down the detox, and I think you're going through a detox symptom because it's healing your heart. So, yeah, you can put another way to slow down tactically because you don't want to rush this process and get those.
I would have to disagree, Harry.
Do you? Okay, that's cool. Yeah, go on.
I personally feel like it makes an effect as long as it's within. I mean, I feel the patches as soon as I pick them up out of the mail.
Whoa. I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm saying it's, if you're being tactical, it's slow. The further you put it from the body, the slightly less. I'm talking margins. I'm being dogmatic a little bit.
Right.
I'm saying that you can slow down the detox. I'm not saying it doesn't work from any place. Yeah, it does work from 6 inches, as KJ said. So yeah, you can slow it down tactically. One thing I would say, as I read that, it's not just for sleep. People think it's just sleepy nights for sleep. It's not. It's all the patches. And one of them that I heard is amazing for sleep is carnosine, which you're doing. You do that for sleep, you'll get at nighttime carnosine. You'll get a lot of benefits from that. So it's a good one to use at night.
Well, it might just be scratching you because, you know, the area, the boobs, you know.
Yeah, I was wondering that. Well, and it's interesting that you say that maybe it's doing the work. It probably is, because one of my mold symptoms when I was in my mold home was I had this huge rash that came down to this area.
Yeah.
So I wonder what's going on like here. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's probably doing good stuff. I was just curious on why that was the only patch that was agitating for me. And it's not enough where I'm gonna like stop it or take it off. I was just curious on like what it was doing in the healing process.
Yeah, it's your weak part of the body.
could,
Everyone has got
yeah.
a weak part, and you're lucky, Christina. You found the weak part of your body now, and that's so powerful. Carnosine, anyway, it goes because it works on the heart muscle. So if you put the carnosine in the wrong place and no meridian point, it's going to give you results. That's another thing with these patches. You put them in the wrong place, they'll give you results. But if you put it right over the right place where where carnosine is known to affect the heart majorly, of course it's going to. That's called maximizing the tool belt of the power of carnosine with the right place, plus you've got a weak heart. That's what is happening, I believe. But I don't know. That's what I reckon.
Well, it's interesting. I mean, heart disease runs in my family. I don't want to get all scared about my heart right now. Oh, here's my little one. Hi. But I had one more question. Sorry, I know you guys have been on for so long. But also same thing with glutathione. I'm also a moldy, which means I'm highly toxic, which is obviously why I'm trying to do the healing journey. The only point, like under my belly button, stays red. That doesn't agitate me. It doesn't itch. But I know one of you, I can't remember who had said it to me, just said that it's doing its job. I'm wondering, because it's constantly red from glutathione, that my body most likely needs it. Will I start to see improvement like in my coloring, meaning like when my body's catching up to its glutathione levels, will I start to see that area will start to be white again?
Yes, you will. Because the more toxic you are, the glutathione definitely can cause a little bit of a reaction. And you'll notice it doesn't do that with the other patches probably.
It doesn't. It's just glutathione. And like I said, it's not like carnosine where it's like making me itch, but it's just red. So it doesn't agitate me. It doesn't itch, but it is red. So I was like, oh my gosh, how toxic am I?
Right. And when you're healing, it itches. So the carnosine, the itchiness is a good sign. And also the glutathione, when you're detoxing, the redness, that's a good sign.
Yeah, like when we get spots, these are all good signs that the skin is starting to be used as a function and taking the toxins out. And finally, we're getting to that process. You've got a choice. Do people stay unhealthy and not get out these toxins? Or do you go through the process of itching, of heart palpitations, of headaches, of nausea? So the choice is ours at the end of the day. You might suffer well. Other people watching this, they might well suffer on the patches. But it's a process and a choice you make. Either you want to have a healthy life with these things, or you don't, and you stay unhealthy and you get chronic disease and complain about it for the rest of your life as you're on a walking stick and with arthritis. I don't want that. I don't think anyone watching this wants that either. So.
Well, thank you guys so much. It makes me feel better. I knew it was doing something, but I had been asking in group a couple times, so I thought I'd ask here. So I figured it was doing some good work, and I was just more curious about like the inner workings of maybe what was going on. So thanks, guys.
That's all right. Alec, do you want to close it out for us? Unless anyone wants,
I'll just add one thing real quick before we close, is that for people who do have sensitivity with their skin, I've heard with these patches that they're effective up to 6 inches away from the body. And I know with a lot of light and energy-based technology, it's almost kind of like x-rays, with going through, clothes and stuff like that. So as Harry said, dogmatically, yes, I'm sure it'd be less effective, the farther out. But if you have issues with skin sensitivity, or it's giving you some sort of rash or the adhesive or something like that, then you can always
stick it on your clothes.
The reason why I said
that, inside of your clothes.
The reason why I say that quickly is because of light therapy. So I know infrared light. I'm obsessed with sunlight. I know the infrared light from sun, which is invisible, affects me. It goes through clothes, but when I open the window and go naked, I can feel the difference. So I know through clothes, it's still going to work. It's just going to slow it down. And I don't think that's taught enough, because I'm a geek. I go for the geek shit. So I know that for me personally, I'm not in this game to slow it down. I'm in it to put it on my skin and to get the maximum out of it. So yes, please guys, do what I'm doing, put it on your clothes and stuff, but just be aware that if you really want to speed up things, I'm going to put it on my skin all the time, because there's a little difference, I feel. So
right. Right. Yes.
Yeah, thanks guys.
You
Thank you
too.
everyone.
Bye.
Have a lovely day.